Okay, I feel like this is going to be another sub 1 hour.
No,
one.
no.
I don't have much to talk about when it comes to
We
Jaws.
got so much to talk about. First off, I remember many years ago, and by that I mean like maybe 2-3 months, it came up that Steven Spielberg has the most films on this. And
Yeah, and we've done a few of them.
and then
You got Jaws. You
the
got
immediate
Jaws 2. You
response
got
was,
Jaws 3D.
"What that hack fucking fraud, Steven Spielberg? He doesn't have a single good movie." To which I said, I don't remember Jaws being pretty good. I think Jaws is pretty good, but I did forget at the time. Saving Private Ryan is my favorite Spielberg.
On this list.
Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is probably my favorite Jaws movie.
Just in general, Spielberg's filmography.
Because technically, that's part of the same cinematic universe.
Is Jaws?
Yeah, because Jaws and World War II happened in Jaws.
You know what it could be? Because he doesn't he shoot? Is it a Garand, the rifle they have on the boat?
Garand?
Yeah, it is, right?
Actually, there's some inaccuracies there because when the old World War II guy was shooting at him, it was a bolt action, and then when he was shooting at him, it was a semi-auto. So which one was it?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
It was weird, and also, it also was weird. They were saying, "Hey, let's go cut up the shark," and they never cut him up. And then he's like, "Hey, let's cut up the shark." It's like the mayor just told you to cut up the shark after everyone left, and you guys didn't cut him up.
The point I'm trying to make is this is how the cinematic universe
moving fast, dude.
Which is that the Garen they used to kill Jaws on the boat belonged to a private Matt Damon Ryan in the war.
Oh.
And he brought the rifle back home at the end of his service as a souvenir from his service, and then had to pawn it when he got in a very messy divorce.
Can we even prove that the
But
shark wasn't at the D-Day, like in Normandy Beach, eating people?
So had they not saved Private Ryan, they would have never had the gun that allowed them to kill the Jaws.
No.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all.
Are you sure? Are you sure? It doesn't say on Wikipedia that's the lore.
It doesn't. It definitely does not say that.
And difficult to prove a negative, Could be in the discussion page, maybe.
I mean, you're saying it's in the same cinematic universe because of the character of Quint being in
Yeah,
World War
because World War II happened.
World War II happened. Unlike the Cars universe.
No, World War II happened in Cars too.
Oh, there was a Hitler car?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it mixed up. I got it the other way around. Okay, but World War II happened in this universe too. So it's part of the Cars universe. It's part of our universe.
Yeah.
It must have happened because there's got to be the little Giuseppe guy who changes the tires in cars, and he's Italian, and he only immigrated because of the aftermath of fascism in Italy.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, why do you think it's such a great movie, Liam?
All right, the shark is really big. Is like a really big shark.
Shark.
Okay, no, I think there's two. It is really two distinct halves of the film, and I do think they're interesting. In contrast, the second half is mostly about tension. It's about some of these action sequences, the creativity they had to use in filming the shark and filming the boat, especially because the mechanical shark was apparently a piece of shit and didn't work very well, which actually limited how they could shoot, and they had to get creative to work around it, and the result is really good. I think the action works. I think all the three men trapped on a boat, they're all a tiny bit crazy in their own way, figuring out who's the craziest, but also growing close to each other. All that stuff works. And then the first half is really interesting, is like a philosophical conflict, essentially, where everyone who's involved in it, right? Let's say the two main people involved are like the mayor and Roy. What's Roy's character's name?
Brody.
Brody, the mayor and Brody, right? And they both think they are doing the utilitarian thing. Generally, they think it will benefit the most people the most. He's concerned about the safety. We need to do something about the shark. We need to shut down the beach till we know what we're doing about the shark, till we can stop the shark, whatever. We have to prevent people from dying. And the mayor is economically focused. Now, we don't know the math. How affluent are these people? Could they survive one bad summer? Could they not? Whatever. But at least if we take his version of events that he wants to get reelected under, right? So he's concerned about business owners or whatever. Summer makes the entire revenue for the town. And his point is that poverty or failing businesses or the community going shit and then slowly getting abandoned, these are all worse results than maybe someone else gets eaten by a shark, right? So even though I think obviously the mayor is portrayed in the worst light, and he probably has the more cynical shit philosophy in terms of his attempt to be utilitarian, where it's people's lives don't matter, right? But it's it's not like a mustache twirling fantasy villain opposition. It's a very believable, this could be a human thing in a small town, and you could believe that one, they would want to do this, and two, why they would actually do this.
I don't know. I'm following with you here. I wouldn't call it philosophical. It's like an exploration of human interest, right? And I think I don't think the mayor cynically weighed up the pros and cons in a utilitarian sense, but like people believed what they wanted to believe. There was like pressure on the mayor to keep things open, keep money rolling in, and that same pressure is on Brody too. Like he kind of thinks he's leaning towards like, oh, it's a shark attack, but he'll go with the easier option at the beginning of like, oh, okay, fine, it was a boat accident. I've just come here to this town. I'm new here. I don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. So sure, okay, it's a boat attack. I'm not going to think it's a shark. I don't think it's conscious.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's not, they don't have perfect information, right?
Yeah, but that's kind of the way that you treat the fear of the unknown, right? Like if there's something lurking there in the background, initially you dismiss it.
Yeah, and it's also gives you an insight to those characters again, where the mayor, who is from this small town or whatever, where things are sunny and happy all summer or whatever. Well, one person died to a shark. How bad could it be, right? Whereas Brody is from downtown New York in the 70s when crime is high, whatever, and he has a much more cynical attitude to like danger, right? Like it's not, oh, this might happen again. It's like we need to assume this will happen again until we do.
Yeah,
something.
but the very first death was the girl at the party. He just like goes off swimming on her own.
Yeah. And what was the second death? Do you guys remember?
Some kid called Alex.
Wrong. It was a dog.
The dog does
Okay.
disappear before the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. Everyone forgets about the dog.
Nobody ever talks about it. This dog-hating community.
I know, it really fucked up.
Yeah, so like after the first death with the girl, they write her off as a boat accident. But the second death with the guy, they attribute it to the shark. But they say that they've managed to catch the one, and they don't want to like look into it too deeply. But then and again, the mayor comes at it from the point of view of like, oh, he doesn't want to. He would just rather hope that like that was the shark, and doesn't want to find out that he's wrong. And so he invokes the whole like, oh, if we cut the shark open here and the kid spills out onto the deck, that would be too horrifying for the town.
Yeah, he doesn't want to run the risk that he's wrong.
Yeah, but then when everyone walks away, he says, cut open the shark, and they don't cut open the shark. And then the night that night, yes, I swear to God, there's a couple.
Brody says to cut open the shark after.
And they don't cut him open? They don't cut him open?
The mayor doesn't say cut open the shark. Hopper comes to...
Someone says cut open the
Hooper.
fucking shark after everyone leaves,
Yeah,
okay?
no,
Someone
it's
says it.
Brody, and then I think him and Richard Dreyfuss go and do it later, right?
Yeah, they do it way later. It made it seem like they're going to do it right then. It's like, what's the point of that edit then? It's bad editing.
I
It's
think
like, oh,
you weren't paying attention. What's
I
his
was
name?
paying
Hopper
attention.
or Hooper? He came to Brody's house and like they
The
both
night
got
out.
drunk and said, okay,
Yep.
let's do this.
Yeah, let's wait 8 hours after I say let's cut it open.
Yeah, but they had those bottles of wine, dude. What if they already opened the wine and it had been decanted for that exact period of time?
Yeah, it's bad editing. I'm sorry. Very, very, very shit film. It's like, yeah, let's go rape the woman, and then let's go have dinner first, and then rape the woman. It's like, what the fuck? No, you don't just say that. It's like, hey, let's go jump off the cliff, and then before you do that, you go have a nice sit-down meal. It's like, no, it's just weird.
It's possible that scene, the dinner scene, is from the source material, from the novel, because my understanding, having not read the novel, is that in the novel, Hooper is a less sympathetic character, and one of the main reasons he is that he starts having an affair with Brody's wife.
Yeah.
Which I think this was notoriously kind of getting written as it went. So it's possible that they didn't know if they were going to include the affair subplot or not, right? So they did the dinner scene because that's where the affair starts, if you're going to have the affair.
I don't know. They would have had to give a bit more screen time and investment into the relationship between Freddie's wife and Hooper.
But we don't know that they didn't shoot that, right?
Yeah, we don't. I mean, like, think about it. Like, why didn't he leave for his cruise ship to go fuck some seal? He obviously is there and fucking somebody's wife. Obviously, that's what was there. The subcontext. Think about it.
I haven't read the synopsis of the book or the book itself, but apparently Hooper's supposed to be like attractive in the book. Like he's supposed to be like look like a surfer dude with like long blonde hair.
It should be like Matthew McConaughey.
Well, you don't think it looks attractive?
No.
I think he looks attractive if you're Steven Spielberg. Richard Dreyfuss kind of looks like a little more attractive version of Steven Spielberg, but your baseline is...
Yeah, so just going off like the way that they styled the character. I don't think they ever intended to do the affair subplot.
Wait,
Not
you
supposed
don't
to
think
be a
Richard Dreyfuss isn't
sex
attractive?
boy.
You think Richard
The
Dreyfuss
way
isn't
that they
attractive?
styled him and had him looking like a schlub, no.
That was the 70s, dude. That was hot topic.
And he's
dude. He was hot
also
to trot.
Richard Dreyfuss is obviously not like a actually ugly looking person or anything, but by
No, that's
Hollywood
not what he's
standards,
saying,
he's
though.
not like
Dude, that's not what's being said right now.
Oh.
He's literally saying Richard Dreyfuss isn't an attractive person. He would not fuck Richard Dreyfuss.
That is true. I would not fuck Richard Dreyfuss. No, I think the rewrites from the book were intended to make the characters more likable. So, and that feels like a very Spielberg thing. I was going to say Spielberg. Is that like low-key anti-Semitic to give it a sh?
Only if
yeah,
you put like
I don't think he would have
parentheses in
gone
his
with
name.
that kind of storyline.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they could have played this as a pretty straightforward monster movie, but they took time to give the characters moments where you saw their humanity, and you kind of end up rooting for them.
I kind of rooted for the
Not
shark.
be rooting for Hooper if he banged Brody's wife.
Exactly. But he's also supposed to die originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason he didn't die is because they got great underwater footage of the shark wrestling with the top of the cage. But the problem is the cage was already broken and empty. So the only way that, without some very creative editing that they could have included that footage was that, maybe he escapes the cage.
Yeah, that comes to back to the animatronic thing being a piece of shit. They ended up using a real shark. I don't know whether you knew this, Bosco. They ended up using a real shark. And
I
a
did
midget
because it's
a
in the
cage.
credits. It says who's the shark handler team. So yeah, obviously they did. Fucking dickhead.
But they put a midget in a cage. Isn't that great?
I know that part. That's great. Well, Richard Dreyfuss is short. Are you calling Richard Dreyfuss a midget?
No, they cast a dwarf and they put them in the cage to portray Hooper.
Was it that one guy that doesn't like dwarfs?
Shark.
The self-fighting dwarf?
Yeah, that guy who pulled the ladder up from behind him.
Tyrion Lannister, what's his name? He would have been 0 years old at this stage or something. Or 10 years old.
No, I have a question for you. So, when midgets are midgets, do they grow at the same rate, or they just kind of cap out?
When midgets become midgets, there's an inflection point in your life.
That's what I was curious. Like, do they keep growing at the same pace, or they kind of like come out like as a peanut and then grow?
Peter Dinklage.
Peanut Dinklage. Yeah.
I think they come out as a midget Bosco, because it's not just that they're short, right? It's their proportions are different.
Well, I just figured because they're not growing normally, the proportions grow differently.
I think they come out with like the midget proportions.
No, he could be in the film. He would have been like 8 years old.
Exactly. He would have been they could have made the shark look massive if they cast a child midget.
If they did what that one guy did in the film of the Lord of the Rings did, they could have used a regular sized shark and just used forced perspective.
I think it was absolutely the right decision to rewrite that, because that footage was great. I was like, how the fuck did they get the model to do this?
Was there a model in there too?
Was there a model of the shark in Jaws? Yeah.
Oh, he's like a model, like.
Yeah, it's a dwarf.
Like a supermodel.
The dwarf
Yeah.
has to be really attractive to get the shark to come over there, obviously.
I mean, it did kind of feel a bit hokey, like, oh, okay, so he just swims to the bottom of the seabed and this unstoppable eating machine just like lets him go.
Yeah, and then
Fucking retarded shark is going after the cage.
And then I think when he goes down to the seabed as well, there's like a scene of him, like he takes out a knife or like some kind of weapon or something, right? Which might imply that like, he's gonna come up and flank, but it just doesn't matter, right? Like the entire
Yeah, but like we never see him again until
he
resurfaces after the action is done. Yeah.
I honestly looked away for like 3 seconds and I was like, oh, he's underwater. 1 second, I got my dog out, and then boom, where the fuck did he go? I was like, oh, that's really anticlimactic.
I don't know. They could have done something with him, like maybe have him come after the shark, and you're thinking, okay, is he gonna rescue Brody? But
Or
yeah,
like
vice versa.
ass fuck it.
Because
like,
otherwise it falls flat that he just appears like, oh, he's okay, but the audience knows he's okay.
But think about it though, it makes him kind of look like a pussy. He was just sitting there for like what 20 minutes while all this shit's going on.
hiding underwater.
Waits for this giant explosion to happen. Oh, okay, somebody else handled it. Okay, it's time to go up.
Gotta be good now, surely.
But when you think about it, he is kind of a pussy when you think about it, because every time the shark or something happens, he drops something. Oh no, a dead body. Let me drop the only evidence of a giant shark. Oh no, the shark sneaks behind me somehow because I'm retarded. Let me drop my only defense weapon. Retarded.
Well, on the other hand, he's facing his fears. He's getting into the water with the shark, which the other guys weren't going to do.
Other guys use him as bait, dude.
Well, they pinned all their hopes on him. They were desperate at that point.
Oh yeah, guys. All my shark killing tools have It failed me. Time for the fucking nerd.
Pretty much.
That's literally what it was. Time for the nerd's chance to shine.
I would say the best part of the film is where they're.
Now I'm
What?
thinking about him, the World War II guy on the Indianapolis, just throwing nerds at the sharks going around him. Just okay, radio operators, you guys are going to get fed first.
Chumming the waters.
Yeah, it's like
I thought you were
all right.
implying he was throwing the Wonka candy nerds in the water to crack the shark because it's so.
Well,
tasty.
actually, funny enough, the production company produced Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Ooh. That's what happened IRL with the Indianapolis. They did start attacking each other in the water.
But the Sharkies?
No, the Navy, they started just like killing each other.
I never heard of that.
You know how you're in the water and you're drowning and you'll like, grab onto
yeah.
someone to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
yourself
That doesn't really count,
afloat.
though.
No, they definitely. His monologue at least portrays it. I think some people did die from sharks. Most people is from like drowning, starvation, something, whatever.
Exposure,
Like,
usually, actually,
yeah,
more than anything
exposure,
else.
right? Like you're just in the water for so long. Some people did apparently actually drown, but he makes it sound like the sharks ate 4,000 sailors. So,
Yeah, that's like kind of one of the problems I have with this movie is that I come into it knowing that like sharks don't do this kind of thing at all.
yeah,
And that Jaws is responsible for all this phobia of sharks.
Yeah, but this one's a super shark, okay?
Okay. It isn't though. It's not like a megalodon.
It kind of is, though. It's unprecedented. It's really large, just like how King Kong. And also,
Didn't they call
Also,
it
it's-
25 foot?
well, that's what they're saying. They weren't really sure. It could have been bigger. We don't know. Exploded.
Great wire maximum size. Because they initially wanted to make the model 35 foot. But they thought it was just too big.
And then Jaws' child becomes super intelligent too.
They're usually like 21 foot, but they've seen skeletons that indicate there are 25 footers out there.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy. It's not like a mythical creature.
It became mythical in Jaws 2 and 3, though.
Did you watch those?
At one point in time, I did watch them in my life. Yeah.
Okay, but those are different sharks.
Yeah, they're offspring of Jaws, though.
Oh, is that the twist?
Yeah, they ripped off the King Kong thing. Yeah,
why do
that's
they
why
call
they
it
got the King
Son
Kong
of
reference.
Jaws?
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, but I think if you watch Jaws 3D, you kind of get the idea of all these movies. Yeah, that's pretty much the fairest thing ever. I think the only cool thing about this movie, though, I will say this, is I really like that camera shot where Brody looks out to the ocean and sees a shark, and that camera zoom going on with the back. I just like that effect, that in-camera
Solly?
effect.
The zoom
Huh?
dolly.
I'm not sure how they even do it, dude.
You watch Severance? They do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't watch shitty
That's a
movies
modern
or TV
example.
shows.
Okay.
If you do too much, it gets not as cool. When it's like, ooh, look at that. That's cool.
It is very
Wait, wait.
effective in this movie. It's hard to know. I think it gets credit for like more or less inventing that style of shot.
No, they ripped it off from Hitchcock.
Oh,
Yeah, he invented it. Is there even a single Hitchcock movie on the AFI list, though? Oh.
There is, no? What about North by Northwest? Is that not on there? Yeah, it is.
Okay, we're good.
known as the vertigo effect.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously he's a British director.
What does that matter?
Because there's some element of like how much did this contribute to American culture, which Jaws obviously did.
I don't see why.
Because people are afraid of sharks, dude.
I'm not afraid of sharks. I'd fuck one in the ass.
Well, that just proves it, then, doesn't it? There was no cultural impact from this original blockbuster
when you-
that made almost $500 million in 1977.
Oh, that's crazy.
What is it?
75?
75? Yeah.
No, it's 75, you liar. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to it. So here's all the movies that came out in 1975 that isn't Jaws. I'm not all of them, but here's one of them. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
I was expecting all of them.
All right, there's Tommy. You ever heard of that movie? Rocky Horror Picture Show. These are movies people still talk about more than Jaws. Because why? Because Jaws is trash.
I wonder. So
I don't know.
Death Race 2000, amazing shitty movie.
sorting on Letterboxd for film popularity for films from 1975, Jaws is number one. Jaws is number one. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is number two for film popularity in 1975. 1975 films.
They're wrong.
They're not.
So I don't.
wrong.
No, this is like I'm trying to give you. Obviously, there's like the letterbox is not like a general population sample size, but I'm saying like even for like these like film
Monty Python and the
nerds,
Holy Grail.
whatever.
How's Jaws better than that?
We're not talking about better. We're talking about whether it was more popular, which Jaws definitely
What about the
was.
Black Gestapo? Again, another great movie.
Look, I never watched Jaws, but even as a kid, I had like a vague idea of what it was, and obviously the music. The music is
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
Oh wait,
more
there's
well
music
known
in
than
this?
the movie.
I didn't really even pay attention to it. I think I just like completely ignored it.
But it's because you expect it. It's like
I honestly I forgot that there was music in this film. That's I might have, I was watching
You're
on
fucking trolling.
I was watching on my phone though, so that might be why.
oh yeah, watch on my phone with like speakers at like 20% volume. My hand
they're
was
maxed
actually
out.
blocking the speaker.
They were maxed out, but
My
I also
dog
was
was
playing at
barking.
1.5 times speed, so maybe that's threw off
That's
the
yeah.
music.
No. No, my point with the popularity is that like for 1975, it was the highest grossing film in history when it came out, right? By like a good
no,
amount.
it wasn't.
So
No, nope.
500 mil is respectable even today.
yeah,
No, it's not. It's not, dude. Even fucking Ghostbusters made that much money, I think.
Okay, let's check that because I don't think it did. What is the female Ghostbusters called?
2016 Ghostbusters.
Okay, it made 229 million.
Yeah, that's respectful. Respectful.
And it also cost 144 million to make.
Which is basically what Jaws cost me and my sanity.
Jaws cost $9 million.
No, I don't think you heard the last part I said.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, talking about the box office, they say Jaws kicked off the whole blockbuster thing with its wide marketing.
Yeah, the marketing and I think even the release strategy, right? The idea of putting out a big movie in the middle of the summer, not doing the road show, releasing it as many places as possible. This was kind of new for if you wanted, to really focus on the financial turnaround of a movie, and it essentially got copied. Like, still getting copied today. They still put out major blockbusters in the summer. I think like Christmas has gotten more popular, but summer's still.
Yeah, apparently studio execs at the time was like, why would people go see movies in the summer? They should be at the beach.
Yeah, but then nobody wanted to go to the beach because of the sharks, so they scared them.
It's clever, right? It's like beating off its own competition.
Yeah, it saves itself. So yes, at the time, extremely popular. Reason I brought up the letterbox thing was just as a brief reference for now. What are modern audiences watching the most from that year? It's still number one.
Oh, it's not though.
It's not to you, but we're talking popularity.
Highest grossing? Highest grossing is. Ow! You stepped on my foot. Ow! What was that about?
Are you talking to your dog?
Yeah. She walks over, just steps on my foot, and walks away.
Maybe you don't like this because it's set in Massachusetts and it's a little too real for you. This was what your child.
I just think it's really weird. People are coming from Connecticut to hunt down a shark after one day.
Well, what else?
True. I thought maybe you're offended by the pronunciation at the beginning.
Oh,
The bit where Brody's like the yard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wasn't offended though. So
No, because Bosco is a fucking he is a Brody.
Brody, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's a masshole, but he's from I don't know, fucking Westchester or something originally.
Yeah, that's close.
You're a transplant.
I'm a trans, yeah.
You're transplant.
When are they gonna make another Jaws? They stopped them in '87.
Well, that's why films like The Meg exist.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
The Meg, is that like a Family Guy reference?
It's like Chinese Jaws with Steven.
You guys get it?
Yeah.
Shut up, Meg.
You know, you guys know the site Rule 34?
Yeah,
it's for porno.
Yeah. Apparently Meg is like the third most searched character.
That's disgusting.
But it's all like cartoon characters on Rule 34. I would have thought it would be like hentai and it'd be like some anime characters. But it's all like Lisa Simpson, Marge Simpson.
How do you see the most searched though? I don't understand.
What's the site actually called?
You see the most. He just wants to see the most porn, just for for academic reasons. No, if you think about it, though, the internet is English language first or whatever. Okay.
This is a Reddit screenshot of the most search. I don't know how to actually get to the most search.
Who's Francine Smith?
From American
That's
Dad.
American Dad's America's Dad, George Bush. Lisa Simpson, she's underage. What the fuck?
Keep going down the list.
Meg Griffith, Marge Sampson, Haley Smith, Lois Griffith, Amy Wong, who's Donna Tubbs, Louise Belcher, Maggie Simpson. Maggie Simpson, she's
No, this is not. I came count. This is disgusting.
Where are you getting that
Oh
cam count?
my god! I don't like this.
That's the name of the column. How do you actually
Oh
find this, like a live,
no!
up-to-date version of this?
Oh no!
Oh, I came top 100. There it is.
I don't
see.
like this.
Oh, you found it?
That's there it is. Yeah,
What is it like
Francine,
nowadays? Because
Lisa.
that's kind of old.
The numbers are not much higher, but they are higher. Meg Griffin's third. Marge is fourth. It's the same people.
Any
Maggie's
new-
number 11.
is-
Maggie lost a position. Oh my god. God.
Who's 10?
Thank God. Princess Tia Bean.
I've never.
Who's that?
I guess with a click. Oh, it's that the chick from that really shitty like.
Oh,
Futurama. Yeah, that's it.
disenchantment? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it's AI.
That's
images.
so
That really
weird that like a failed groaning show comes back.
Elon Musk is number 22. Oh, look at this one.
So it's got to be a site for boomers, right?
I think maybe it's more of a site for normies than we expect.
I got to
Like,
fuck Musk.
I think you're
yeah.
right with the anime. The average anime enthusiast is probably more likely to jerk off to the characters in their anime than the average Simpsons enthusiast. But the awareness of like the Simpsons or Family Guy or whatever for just like whoever in the English speaking world is going to be a lot higher than like
Donald Trump's here too on number 67.
maybe Goku's close.
Wait, search Jaws. Search Jaws on this site.
Okay, I'm
Going to get Rule 34 of Jaws.
no!
Jaws
even
sound.
opening the main page. No.
That's hilarious.
No,
It's a
no.
giant shark with a huge penis which is surrounding the boat. Ah, this is hilarious. We should make this the cover art.
Holy shit. We're gonna need a bigger boat. And he has 2 dicks. He has 2
Yeah.
dicks.
Do sharks have 2 penises? Is this where this comes from?
Do
Shark
sharks
number
have
of penises.
2 penises?
See, you found that funny.
Yeah, they're
They
not
do.
true. Yes, but they're not considered true.
How do I report this message to Discord? Excuse me, moderators.
I do know that dolly zooms are very cool looking. Like, how do they do that?
They just physically move the camera forward while.
But like, how do they
You're
do
also
that?
adjusting the yeah.
Like, how do they do that?
How'd they do that?
We should all just go outside and practice dolly zooms.
Like, how do they do that? I don't get it.
How much does this movie camera cost? Let's see. Movie
They dolly
camera
in and they zoom out. That's why it's called that.
they made Jaws with.
Let's see if we can find some examples from
See if we can buy one on eBay.
Hitchcock. Oh yeah, when like very famously in Vertigo when he's climbing the staircase. See, Hitchcock did it better.
That's because he fought World War II just to end up in America's not AFI list.
He did though. Vertigo's even on the list.
I know, but they didn't include him because he's British.
He's British.
They only approved this movie.
I do like the effect that dolly zoom is going to chase it. What I would say is the difference in Jaws is that it's focused on the protagonist's face, right? So in Vertigo, it's from the protagonist's point of view.
Yeah, it's to give you the sense of Vertigo.
It's to give you the sense of Vertigo. So it's great, but it's the same technique, but not the same shot, right? And so what I think Jaws gets credit for is it's the character in the foreground, and it's zooming into the character's face.
Yeah.
That's the specific type of Vertigo shot.
Do you want to hear what Hitchcock had to say about Jaws?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, right. Hitchcock himself reportedly mocked Jaws as a film about a fish and refused to meet Spielberg, possibly out of resentment for the younger director's success.
Technically not wrong. It's a film about a fish.
Yeah.
Was
that's
Hitchcock
sad.
even making movies in 1975? He was done by then, surely.
I think he was.
His last film was in 76. Family Plot.
Yeah, but he had a film about him come out in 2012, so he probably was involved in that.
Well, that's kind of that kind of sucks. He was salty about Hitchcock. I mean, Spielberg. But
I'd be too, because
he was
Spielberg's a
supposed to
fucking
be a
hack.
pretty rapey guy.
Which one? Spielberg?
Hitchcock.
Well, cock is in his name, though, so...
That's why he always put himself in his movies, so that he'd have an alibi for the time of the rape.
It's a good question. Is Hitchcock a Rule 34?
Is this your first day on the internet?
Hitchcock. Oh my god, 103 entries. Whoa.
I honestly thought there would be more.
Did you not add the Alfred?
They're not even... That's not even Hitchcock. That's something else. It's not Hitchcock.
I think you're rolling the dice when you include the word cock anywhere in your search query.
I don't understand what this... I don't really know. That's not a Hitchcock. That's just some women fucking and their woman with a penis.
Okay, well, I brought up the Meg, and I took us down Rule 34 because you said there's no. You essentially said there's no popular culture influence from Jaws.
It's true. There is none.
But clearly there is. There's porn.
Listen, dude. The
We'll
best you
never-
got
we'll
is
never
is
convince
fucking
him.
Back to the Future references, and Back to the Future is complete trash. So continue. So trash imitates trash. I don't care.
Mate, you really don't think that like global phobia of sharks is in part due to Jaws?
Listen. Do you not think the global phobia of black people is in part of not Godzilla, King Kong? So, which one is it?
Look, I think the issue is the more you make it clear that you're trying to convince him of something, the less likely he'll be to ever concede any ground on it. So we've lost the argument. Just
All right. Jaws is some obscure art film from the 70s that nobody
Obscure.
watches.
No one watched, dude.
And the music, nobody recognizes that music.
when I started learning music theory, when I was, I don't know when that would be. Is that like grade 6, grade 7 when they start at like the proper theory, not the basic notation, right? And so you're talking about intervals and stuff, like interval relationships, and big part of like you'll often do sight singing or like listening, transcribing intervals, stuff like that. It's cool. It's kind of like a basic quiz type thing, and a way that you'll learn intervals often they'll explain it so it makes sense to someone's head. Is they won't just say, well, like it's like if you played an E and an F would be a minor second. E F, or whatever, whatever.
Yeah, but why didn't they enlist the
They-
help of the whale to help him with the shark?
they would give examples of popular songs, right? So most of them are like pop songs with a vocal part, right? So I think "My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean," for example, is like a major 6, dun, dun, ba, dun, right? It's stuff like that they think a lot of people know. The example for a minor second doesn't matter what teacher there, teacher in high school, teacher at university, whatever. All these, if anyone has to give example for a minor second, it's always the Jaws line, which, funnily enough, Jaws line basically comes from a section in the New World Symphony. They start, but this is another. Does Jaws have lasting presence in popular culture? That 2-note sequence is the go-to example for the interval in Western music theory.
It's a movie about a fish.
Yeah, and to answer your question about the whale, you guys ever seen the movie Orca?
That's what the boat's named.
It's kind of like I watched.
That's
this
what the
how
boat's
long
named.
ago?
That's the boat name. Yeah, is this related?
This is a
Gotta be related.
1977 movie starring Richard Harris, and it's definitely related. I watched it in September 2021, so it's been a while.
Orca, the movie, and a whale.
But it's like, what if Jaws was an orca?
Oh, that's not cool.
But
That's
they
just Moby Dick.
kind of blame the humans first. The humans.
That's just Moby Dick,
set 'em
dude.
off.
That's just Moby Dick.
No,
That's
but
all it
Moby
is.
Dick's not an orca. He's a white whale. He's a
No, he's a
white.
sperm whale.
It is very Moby Dick, but
Moby Dick's a sperm whale.
I thought he's white though.
No,
He's
Moby
a white
Dick's
sperm whale.
I'm not saying he's a beluga.
If that's not
Okay,
redundant.
to be clear.
He's a sperm whale.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, orcas
At
are
least in
more.
the '56 movie, that's how he's shown.
Orcas are more like sharks.
Bo Derek's
Gotta
in
be a
this stuff. You probably
sperm
see-
whale because he has a big nose.
Orca has
Yeah.
Bo Derek, so you probably see her tits.
Yeah, good question. I'm trying to remember if I saw Bo Derek's tits in Orca.
That's seriously like that's only time she ever gets acting is if you see her tits. Let's look up Orca, Bo Derek tit scene. I was right tits. Let's see. Nothing here. Oh, this is not good. That's upsetting to me. So I usually write about this type of stuff.
Okay.
Well, I'll go through the whole movie just for you to find out if there was Orca tits in it.
Yeah, I need to know.
Okay. Well, what did you like? What ticked you off so much about the movie, Bosco?
Oh, I mean, it just wasn't good. I don't know.
Because
I like I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. Okay, then.
it's applied to all the movies you've seen before.
Yeah, I don't like Shaun the Dead anymore, but I really liked it when I first saw it. It was like really fun. I just don't care about it anymore.
Okay. Are you saying that the movie's for kids?
The thing is, I think it's like some people have nostalgia for things. I have a fear of nostalgia because it shows a lack of growth
Okay.
and a fear of growing. And when things don't like evolve, like films don't evolve, they have less value to me.
You want them to be making revisions to Jaws. Like you're really big on the Star Wars special editions, for example.
No, I
is
just
what
think
you're saying.
once you watch it once, that's all you need to watch it.
Okay. I'm
That's
kind
not
of with you.
necessarily true. I know what you mean, and like it could be the first. It's overrated, like Stockholm syndrome, yourself into like experiencing a piece of art over and over again.
I really love this movie. It's like you ever see a Christmas Story like on like the whole week of Christmas, like running up. It's on like TBS, or at least it was for like every
They would
fucking
do
hour.
24-hour marathons of.
I'd watch the shit out of that, and I can still kind of watch it because it is kind of still retarded, but I also watch it because I know it annoys people.
No, I think I see a point in what you say where it's like the first viewing can often be the most important, because if you, for example, tell someone, well, you have to watch it 10 times before you really get it. It's like, well, then are you really speaking towards the quality of this thing, right? Like there should be a baseline of what, but I don't disagree that there's no value, and in fact, negative value from watching things multiple times. One, because our memories aren't perfect. You're not going to remember every single thing that even you liked or found notable the first time you watched a film, but you might get reminded of again. But then, there's an incremental impression, right? Like the second time you watch it, there's diminishing returns on how much it will evolve your opinion. Third time, fourth time, so on, so on. I don't think that means there's no value in doing it.
It's trash. Come on, dude. It literally starts a trash type of like cinema. Like just think of a Jaws. What is it? It's just trash thriller films. You just told me about Orca, a fucking shitty fucking movie about animal attacks. Who cares?
Yeah, but it was awesome. It was in Canada.
It's all high concept.
It's
high concept,
Canada.
more like no thinking. High concept, no thinking. That's all it is. Like, look, guys, it's just Transformers. That's all it fucking is. It evolves into Transformers, and I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Okay,
you don't
guys?
like any big action films?
I really don't, actually. No. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
there's a point where it gets too big. So, like, Die Hard, it's in a building. That's cool. But the Die Hard where they go in New York City is the most boringest Die Hard ever. The only reason it's entertaining is because he says the N word.
You talking about Die Hard 3? Die Hard with a Vengeance? That's like
Is that the N word one?
That's the one with Sam Jackson, right? Yeah, that's the only other good one. It's not as good as Die Hard 1, the original. It's not even close. But
Right.
none
Die
of the
Hard
other
2
Die Hards are good. Die Hard 3 is actually good. It's just not.
And then there's like
good.
Die Hard 4 or 5 where he's in Russia. It's like they keep making it bigger. It doesn't.
Yeah, I remember the
and
DVD
it's like,
cover of that one.
they keep upping the ante, and that's what I'm like saying. Like I see Jaws going to Transformers, and Transformers is just so freaking retarded. Like superhero movies. Oh look, Superman's flying around, stopping all the shit, but he's actually killing like thousands of people because his fucking sonic boom is going through a city. But no one cares about that shit. No one even notices it because it's so big that they can't actually calculate what actually is going on. It becomes so ridiculous, and I just can't.
Okay, so you don't like those type of movies. You don't like rewatching movies. I can get it a little bit. Like, I feel probably there's like a lot of people who are suits about film, and they just like feel that films are important, and because they're important, they like them or they rave about them. So Jaws is important because it was like kicked off this whole blockbuster thing, and it's like an early movie in Spielberg's career. But yeah, for me, I'm kind of with you, like strictly from an entertainment point of view, whether I like the movie. Jaws for me, not so much.
Wow, he doesn't like Jaws.
What about? Did either of you get the opportunity to watch the supplementary work here, 1941 and The Color Purple?
I've seen 1941. That's with the guy from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Belushi.
Yeah, that's not a Jaws movie though.
It's a Spielberg movie.
Ew.
so
We covered Spielberg before. Right? This is our second. Like we did Close Encounters of the
we did
Third
Close
Kind.
Encounters 100 years ago.
Yeah. I didn't watch either of those two movies, but I did watch Duel.
Oh yeah, I watched Duel when I rewatched Close Encounters alongside Sugarland Express.
Yeah, I think Duel is a great movie, and it's like some of the same concept of Jaws, like this implacable, unseen. Well, it's kind of seen, but like the mystery to it. This
it doesn't have a personality, right? It's this destructive, almost force of nature. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I thought Duel was a like riveting movie. It was like full of suspense. Kept me watching the whole thing.
Yeah, is it gonna be over soon? Is it gonna be over this time? Like, what's gonna happen? When's it gonna be over?
It's very leanly paced, but it's like the amount of mileage they get out of like this truck is chasing this guy. That takes a lot of creativity to be able to do that, right? Like they don't have the benefit. Like the two main things I talked about that differentiate the halves of Jaws, where there's the half in the town before the shark is really a scene presence. It's just killing some people here and there. And then there's the part on the boat where a lot of the part on the boat comes from the interplay between the three people. And Duel has neither of those things, and it's still really successful. It starts basically the guy's like listening to Howard Stern on the radio, and he pisses off a trucker by cutting him off or something maybe. And then the trucker chases him, and that's it. There's some other stop-ins with like some side characters at the gas station, whatever. But there's never another character in the car with him to talk about. He does have an internal monologue that's kind of funny, but there's never another character in the car. And there's also there's like 5 to 10 minutes before the central threat is introduced, right? And it just keeps escalating, and they iterate on it, and it's good. Yeah, I think Duel's really good.
Do you remember what was playing in the car? Like on the radio?
It was like, I call it Howard Stern because it sounded like it's like making, wait, I think I maybe have it written down in my review. Hang on. This doesn't count as Googling it. From November 2022, any man who chuckles that heartily at a stupid I play meat radio bit deserves to persist to the modern era to experience Beetlejuice on Stern.
Wait, do you know what the I play meat bit was? Like,
no,
why was
that
funny?
What is it?
I didn't know either. I was like, is this like jerking off or something? Why is this?
No,
why is I play meat funny?
I think it's just like absurdist comedy radio. I don't know.
Some boomer slop. Okay, the radio bit at not the very beginning radio bit where he's like leaving
Isn't
the
that
city.
like a reference to that Freddy Got Fingered? Yeah, like the sausage on the strings.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Yeah, it seems unlikely because Freddy Got Fingered did not come out for another 30 years or whatever. But
okay, but as he's leaving the city, it's like point of view camera, and the radio is just like generic city stuff. But the first extended bit of the radio is a guy calling in about the census who doesn't know whether he should mark himself as the head of the household because his wife does. His wife is the breadwinner of the family. You recall?
Right. That's what really pisses him off.
No, but it's like he's in the same position. Like he's a henpecked husband. He has to call his wife and apologize that he didn't defend her honor enough at a dinner party.
Oh yeah.
So the whole movie is kind of like an escalation of, okay, this is a guy who's used to kind of like bottling things up or like not acting out, and this is all a test of his character. Like, is he going to man up, so to speak? Is he gonna accept the duel? And so yeah, I think that's what like kept me in for the whole hour and 30 minutes is like seeing when is this character going to break? When is it going to be too much for him?
And that aspect about it, I think, plays into like a kind of recurring trait of earlier Spielberg films, which is this cynicism about family. It's not very, from the mid 80s and onwards, very much not that. He becomes a family person himself.
Is a family movie.
Yeah, E.T. exactly. E.T. is like
that's what E.T. is about. Third Kind is a fucking family movie.
No, exactly. That's it. It's not. So like Duel, it's like cynical, but even younger. So no kids yet, but cynical about
family
marriage. Maybe
movie.
Who's this?
Jaws,
my fucking
movie.
Bitch wife. Leave me alone. Jaws has the family characters in there. He's worried about his family. Then in the second half of the film, the family disappears from the movie. Who fucking cares? Close Encounters
family movie
is the peak of this, and Spielberg's even addressed this, where he said, yeah, if I was older, I probably would have done the same thing, where essentially what happens is his family leaves because they're tired of him being crazy and trying to make the stack, the Devil's Tower, out of like the dinner and whatever.
1941, family movie.
And then
Raiders of the Lost Ark, family movie.
And then at the end,
family movie. Twilight Zone, the movie. Family movie. Yeah, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Family movie. The Color Purple. Family movie.
The Color Purple, yes, unironically family movie. Yeah.
Indiana Jones' Last Crusade. Family movie. Come on, they're all family movies. Untitled film. Family movie.
Untitled film. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. At the end of the film, he abandons his family to get on the spaceship with aliens. He never tells them he's leaving. He never tries to reconnect with his family. He doesn't care. Like the loss of the family is treated as this like brief.
The Adventures of Tintin, family movie.
What makes it a family movie? Just that it has some appeal to children. Because Tintin has no family.
Yeah, I think it's often the explicit, like even if they're not actually the family. Like having either familial relationship or having the adults and the kids, right? I think that's something that makes it a big part of family movies. Let's say they're not even necessarily related, but there's some child cast and some adult cast, and whatever the situation is, it's almost like creating a pseudo family for the purposes of that situation. That's what I would say generally.
Yeah. Anyways, they're all family movies. That's why his shit's all fucking schlock.
Yeah, so Close Encounters kind of very not family movie. He doesn't give a fuck about his family leaving.
Yeah, he
And,
doesn't. But this family survives, and that's what a family movie's all about.
We don't actually know if
dummy.
they survive. They disappear because they no longer matter. It's like the
No, they do
family are this
matter.
little
You don't
side
understand.
thing,
The-
and it's all about
No,
this
no, no.
man's quest for the
See,
aliens, and that's
you
what
don't
Spielberg said he
understand.
regretted.
You don't
was that
understand.
he makes
You
him seem
don't
like a dickhead.
understand. You don't understand. Obviously, the family stays together, and they leave insanity. If for him, the family to stick with this guy would be abuse. Thus, it's showing a good message of separating from insanity.
No, but
of the
it's
third
showing.
kind.
But the point is that Spielberg is portraying the protagonist, the person we're supposed to be rooting for, in a negative light by doing that because his family leaves, and he doesn't care, and he doesn't fix it, and he harms them before they leave.
And thus,
right?
it's a family movie. It's showing the right thing to do to keep your family.
Showing the wrong thing to do to keep your family.
No, it
Don't-
showed the right thing,
Don't
and then
move
it's over.
into the alien spaceship if you'd like to keep your family. Maybe leave
exactly.
a note for your young children that you'll never see your dad again.
Exactly. It makes sense to me. You just don't understand concept of point of view.
The Color Purple is unironically where the entire driving motivation for this character is basically.
Why do they even call it The Color Purple? I don't even get that.
They're making the movies. The movie wasn't even in purple.
That's what I don't get. I don't get that. And then why does Whoopi Goldberg in a few years fuck a dinosaur?
Oh, on the dinosaur show? It kind of fucked me up watching The Color Purple that for most of it, she's not wearing glasses. And then at a certain point, she puts on glasses. And I'm like, now I know what was wrong. Her face without glasses, it didn't, my brain, it didn't make sense.
It
When
might
you
have
put
been a
the glasses
different
on, it makes
actress when they
sense
put the
again.
glasses on and stuff.
But she gets separated from her sister as a kid. They
though.
go from basically an abusive father, who they later find it's a stepfather, to an abusive husband. And she gets separated from her sister, and the entire movie is like she wants to reconnect with her family, essentially. It's finding new family and the people outside of her husband.
Finding Nemo is a good movie, too. When you think about it. It's a family movie.
Family movie, Color Purple. I would say quality-wise, it's not as good as Jaws. It's different. But it's not.
Good question.
It's not paced that.
Jaws versus
it's not
Color
directly
Purple.
comparable. It's not an action blockbuster. Anyways, Color Purple. It's decent. There's parts of it I really liked. Performances I really liked. It's not paced super great. 1941 is probably objectively in quality the shittiest out of the three films. It's kind of reminding me of shitty Dr. Strangelove because there's just less actual jokes. And it's also based off some like paranoia of like this time it's the Japanese, not the Americans, right? Just after Pearl Harbor, but it doesn't do anything as interesting as those seems. I might have had the best time watching 1941 because the physical comedy from guys like Belushi or just like the random jokes like Dan Aykroyd and John Candy are making, it's actually really funny. It's really stupid. I had an actual good time watching it. It's kind of hard to explain that. And connecting to Dr. Strangelove, they got Slim Pickens in it. Connecting to Jaws, the opening of 1941, again, let's bring it all back. Did Jaws have any cultural impact? The opening of 1941 is Spielberg doing a parody of himself where the same blonde girl goes out swimming in California and they start playing the Jaws music. And then instead of the shark coming, she gets raised above water because a Japanese submarine surfaces on the coast of California.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah. It doesn't count, though, if he's referencing himself.
Yeah, it doesn't count if he references himself. And thus, it's trash. Okay.
Jaws. The only bit about the movie I liked was the comparing scars scene. Everybody loves the monologue, and like the monologue was part of that, like Shaw's monologue about being on the Indianapolis. But yeah, I like that moment of camaraderie where they're all coming together, and they're all coming from different backgrounds. And Brody has that moment where he like lifts up his shirt and there's a scar, and he's like, I don't know if I'm a big boy and I can talk about my scar. I don't know if it qualifies. I love that part of the movie. The rest of the movie, not so much.
Did they ever say what his scar was from?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was. I assumed it was a gunshot thing because he was a cop, but it seems to be an appendectomy scar.
Doesn't count.
Right, exactly. Like, so he's like not as much as a man as the other two because he doesn't have like shark bites.
That's right. He's not.
Yeah, but like my initial read on it was, oh, maybe he's a cop and he like had to do some like real violence and tragedy that these other two aren't part of, and that's why I had to move. But no, it's just a gag about him feeling not like a guy.
Oh, he doesn't know how to swim, right?
Say, fellas, I forgot the tape measure for my penis.
I think my problem with Spielberg is that he makes all these movies kind of slice of life. They've all got like everything in them, which is why I like The Duel. It's like very focused, but usually he tries to get in like some family time, some humor, some action. and all that
Family
stuff.
movies.
Yeah, family movies. But yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. It's
Yeah,
very
I wouldn't
sentimental.
Yeah.
Bosco, what's your final thoughts on the Jaw?
Moby Dick was what, the inspiration of this movie. But it was like Moby Dick if you're on cocaine and don't want to read about how to tie knots, but still get some knots in there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Robert Shaw for going to fucking doing all that Shakespeare on the fucking West End or whatever, so that he could teach us how to tie knots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Jaws. I think it's good. It's entertaining. It works emotionally. It's well paced. There's some spooky stuff, like when the guy comes at the bottom of the boat. There's some funny stuff. There's some big sharks. It's good.
It does hold up reasonably well. The jump scare of the guy's head floating got me.
Yeah.
The shark looks good, considering.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Craig, you're going to need a bigger boat. Goodbye.